Walk on, you little nannies. I look, the past days of the couple, man's been getting hella text messages like, oh, senor, can you please upload this topic? I listen, can't all the smack, blood, I told you, man's got a busy calendar, fam, you get me? It's difficult being 50% criminal and 50% professor. I just want to sit back and breathe my oxygen in peace. Anyways, look, let's jump straight into this, a little inverse function thing, a little light work thing. As usual, man's gonna take complex and make it simplification. So give me a sec, let me drink a little something. Okay. Okay, a little something to get me started. So, as you can see, it says in the question, find f of to the minus 1x. Now, this is what we call the inverse function, yeah? So this thing here is the inverse function. You understand? So this f of to the minus 1x is what is the inverse function. So what they're saying is find the inverse function if f of x is equal to 4x plus 3 over x minus 7. So let's go through the steps on what we need to do here. So basically the first step is, let's just change this to x, yeah, the f of x thing. And then you see the 4x plus 3 over x minus 7. Basically, wherever you see an x, change it to y. You get me? So I'm going to change this to y, I'm going to change this to y. You get me? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put 4y plus 3 over y minus 7. Come, that's step number 1, finish. You get me? Finito, little light work thing, fam. You get me? So next step now is what we need to do is we need to get y by itself. You get me? So what we need, the end goal is to get y is equal to something something x over something something x. Something like that, you get me? I don't know what it's going to be, but the whole point is we need to get y by itself. Now, as you can clearly see, yeah, there's a y here and there's a y here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to expand out from both sides and then I'm going to try get y by itself. So let's start this. Now, as you can see on the bottom, it's y minus 7, yeah? So what I need to do is I need to times both sides by y minus 7 to get it to this left-hand side. Now, you're going to see why I'm doing this, yeah? So if I times this by y minus 7, I also need to do it to the other side. So I need to times this side by y minus 7. Calm, because what happens here, this cancels with this, calm, and then I'm going to be left with, if I just rearrange this, x, y minus 7, same thing, and then obviously just 4y plus 3. Okay, so that's step 2 done, style. Now what I need to do is, because as I told you, yeah, the y is still here, but it's muddled up with all this business, yeah? But there's a y here on its one's chilling, so we're going to try to grab that. We're going to try to intersect both of them, don't worry. So what I'm going to do now is man's going to do a little expansion. So man's going to do x times y is xy. X times minus 7 is going to be minus 7x is equal to 4y plus 3. Calm. Now, next step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to get y's on both sides. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this 4y and move it to the left-hand side. It's going to become minus 4y. I'm going to take this minus 7x. I'm going to take it to the right-hand side. It's going to become positive 7x. So what I'm going to get now, I'm going to get xy minus 4y is equal to 7x plus 3. So remember the signs changed there. Cause remember it was minus 7x, now it's positive 7x. Okay, calm. Now we're here, a little light work thing. What we have to do now is, if you look here, both y's are on this side. What I can do is I can factorize out the y from them. You get me? Because they both contain y. So therefore I can factorize out y because it's a common factor fam. You get me? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out this y. Now what I say to myself is, what do I multiply y by to get me xy? And the answer is x. You get me? Because y times x is obviously yx, xy, same thing, yeah? Next step, what do I multiply y by to give me minus 4y? The answer is minus 4. You get me? Because y times minus 4 is minus 4y. Calm. Now this is equal to 7x plus 3. Calm. Now obviously I'm going to take it up here because it's looking a bit nuts right now. It's looking a bit nuts. So remember we got yx minus 4 is equal to 7x plus 3, calm. Now remember, yeah, I want to get y by itself, but right now it's being multiplied by this x minus 4 thing. So what do I do in order to get rid of multiplication? I do division, you get me? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide both sides by x minus 4. So if I divide this side by x minus 4, and I'm going to divide this side by x minus 4. The reason I'm doing that is because, as you can clearly see, this x minus 4 cancels out with this x minus 4. So I'm going to be left with y is equal to 7x positive 3 over x minus 4. And that's it, done. Once you get here, all you do now is, instead of writing y, you're going to change it for f of minus 1x. So f of minus 1x is equal to 7x plus 3 over x minus 4. And that's it. This is your answer. You understand? I hope that was I hope you understand a bit of what happened. We're gonna do another question as well, just to give you that full knowledge, fam. You get me? So give me a second. Let me rub all of this out. Give me a sec. Don't go anywhere. Give me 2 minutes, man. This is one of those long topics that need more practice, fam. You get me, fam? It's not easy, fam. Give me a second, bro. This rubbing out thing takes time, star. Come on, man. Surely I can just... Okay. We're gonna do another question, you know what I mean, to just give you a better understanding. Come on, man. Fuck's sake, this takes too long. Okay, cool. We're done. Okay, let's just say now, if they say f of x is equal to... Let me put it in red. Let's just say if they say f of x is equal to, I don't know, let's say 6x positive 3 over minus 6x minus 14. Okay, calm. So, remember, first step, what I'm going to do, man's going to change that to x. And then wherever I see an x here, I'm going to change it for a y. You get me? So, basically, 6y positive 3 minus 6y minus 14. So very, very similar procedure. What I'm going to do is I need to get, because there's a y up here and there's a y down here, but remember what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand out, simplify, and then factorize out for y and get y on one side. You understand? So what I'm going to do now is I am going to multiply both sides by the bottom here. So what I'm going to do, so therefore I'm going to have, what was it? So times both sides by minus 6y minus 14. But remember, whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. So I'm also going to times this side by it as well. Okay, calm, because then what happens there is this cancels out with this. You get me? That was the whole point of that. And then on the left-hand side, we're going to have x. I'm just going to rearrange the way I'm writing that. That's the same thing. Minus 14 is equal to 6y plus 3. Okay, calm, because obviously all I did is I just swapped the positions, and that's there and that's there. It doesn't really make a difference which side you put it on, but calm. So now that I've done that, as before, I'm going to multiply out. So I'm going to do x minus 6y. That's going to become minus 6xy. Remember, it doesn't matter. You could have written as minus 6yx or minus 6xy. It doesn't really matter of the format you leave in. And then x times minus 14. So that's going to become minus 14x. And that's going to be equal to the right-hand side, which is 6y plus 3. Now, remember, what we need to do is get the y's on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... this minus 6xy, I'm going to take it to the right-hand side, it's going to become positive 6xy. And then this positive 3, man's going to take to the left-hand side, it's going to become minus 3. So basically what this is going to look like is, man's going to get minus 3 minus 6xy. Minus 3, sorry, minus 14x. And that's going to be equal to 6y. And then remember, I'm going to take this to the right-hand side, so that's going to give me positive 6xy. Okay, I hope you're okay so far. So all I did was I rearranged. So basically, I took this to the right-hand side. Yeah, so it gave me this. And I took this positive 3 to the left-hand side with the minus 14. And that's what became minus because you changed sides, so it changed signs. Calm. Now, once you're here, little light work thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to factorize the y out from the right-hand side. So remember, if I factorize out y, I say to myself, what do I multiply y by to give me 6y? And the answer is 6. You get me? Because y times 6 is 6y. Calm. And then, what do I multiply y by to give me positive 6xy? And the answer is 6x. You get me? Because y times 6x is 6xy. Calm. Now, the left-hand side stays as minus 3 minus 14x. Okay, cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the top because it's looking nuts right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write this side first because it just looks better weighed with the y on the right-hand side. So basically, what I've got is y 6 plus 6x is equal to the minus 3 minus 14x. Okay, cool. Now what I need to do, remember, this is y times 6 plus 6x. Now, what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide both sides by 6 plus 6x. Oh, that arrow is in the way. What the fuck? I'm going to have to... I'm going to go nuts right now. Give me a sec. Okay, cool. Cool. Don't worry. So, divide 6 plus 6x to get rid of that. So I have to divide the other side by 6 plus 6x. Always, remember, whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. So what happens here? Boom, boom. You're going to be left with y is equal to minus 3 minus 14x over 6 plus 6x. And so therefore your answer of the inverse function is exactly what we found there, which is minus 3 minus 14x over 6 plus 6x. You understand? This is your answer. Calm. Listen, I hope this helped. Obviously, listen, you know, go over it a few times if you still don't understand. But listen, big love. More topics coming soon. Love.